In this video I'm gonna show the detailed pattern making of this simple A-line dress with the jacket. Recently I got a couple of requests to make the video of A-line dress pattern. So for this project I'll be using this 2 meters pure cotton fabric of green color, and for the jacket half a meter jute fabric. Make 2 folds into 4 layers towards the wrong side and start marking the body measurements. Leaving on the top 1/4 inch for the margin, I'll be using 1.5 meters fabric and half a meter for lining. The same fabric I'm using for the lining also to give the volume and the thickness. So the required fabric length is 2 meters. For adults, you may require 2 meters of fabric apart from the lining. Following the instructions in the video and knowing your body measurements, you can create this pattern for any ages. Mark the shoulder line, armhole, chest line, waistline and the hip line. Take a note that I am marking the quarter part of the body measurements, full body circumference. Construct the armholes of front and back. If you have the body sloper, place it on the fold. Start marking. Mark the midpoint of an armhole length towards in, marking half an inch from the midpoint. Connect shoulder line, midpoint on the armhole. This would be the front armhole. Now from the shoulder line, mark 12 inches. That would be the waistline, and the waist length is 6 inches. And also mark 1 inch seaming allowance. Connect the waistline points to the chest line, and the total length from the shoulder line to the knee length I'll be taking 31 inches with the hemline seaming allowances. The actual required length is 29 inches and 2 inches for the seaming allowances. So from the shoulder line to the bottom I'll be marking 31 inches, and on folds I'll be marking 13 inches for the flayed part. Normally we won't take much more for the flayed, and also mark 1 inch for the seaming allowance. The measurements can be customized as per your requirement. So mark the straight line, and on that line I'll be marking 1 inch that I'll connect slantingly on the marked line. This is the basic pattern of the A-line dress. This I am sewing for 7 years old girl. Connect the bottom hemline marks with the waistline marks. Give the curved turnings near the joining of the lines. As I said, this is the basic pattern. Following this pattern, you can also design for the A-line kurti or the A-line dress. Now start turning on the marked dotted lines. Near the armhole, mark the 1/4 inch seaming allowance and cut it. Now separate both the panels and mark the desired neck length. Cut a little deep near the front armhole with the seaming allowance of 1/4 inch. Here I will be marking 5 inches neck deep and 2.5 inches neck width, marking the U-shaped neckline. Also give 1 cm seaming allowance and cut on these marked lines. And towards the back panel, I'd be marking 3 inches neck deep with the same U-shaped neckline. And give the 1 cm seaming allowance, cut it. And I'll be giving the slit in the center bag for the joining of hook and eye straps, nearly 12 inches. And now trim the hemline. See, towards the bottom side you can see the curved slanting connecting to the center. Double fold 1/2 inch towards the wrong side and hem it. So I'd be giving the slit, as I said, 12 inches. Give the slit till this marked point. You can see now the back panel would look like this. And now it's time to show the marking and cutting of the coat or the jacket for this dress. As I said, this is 1/2 meter. Fold it into 4. Place the body markings on this folded side. I'm laying the back panel on the folded side and start marking the measurements. The total length of this jacket is 14 inches, as the required length is 12 inches from the shoulder to the waistline and 2 inches for the seaming allowance. And now cut on these marked lines. Now separate both front and back panels. Mark the neck width of 2.5 inches and the neck deep of 1 inch for the back panel of the jacket. Give the seaming allowance of 1 centimeter and cut it. Now I'll be showing the front panel cutting of the jacket. Take a little deep cut near the armhole of the front panel. and on the center fold mark the neck deep of 9 inches and the neck width of 2.5 inches. Mark V-shaped neckline. Give the seaming allowance of 1 cm and cut it. Give the slit in the center front. The same pieces are laid on the lining and trimmed accordingly for the jacket for both front and back panels. And also I have trimmed the lining of the same fabric till the waistline. It's 12 inches and also 1 inch I took extra for the seaming allowance for both front and back panels. It's up to you. If you want to have lining, you can go like this, or else you can join the bias to the armholes and the shoulder line and then give the finishings. As I said, I am sewing for 7 years old girl. My daughter is too thin, so I am giving for the volume the lining till the waistline. Now start joining, laying right on right towards the wrong side. Join the neckline, leaving 1 cm seaming allowance, and also the armholes, leaving 1/4 inch for the seaming allowance. If you don't want to join the lining, here you have to join the bias towards the neckline and the armholes to conceal the raw edges, and then join the shoulders. Now I'd be joining the left side armhole of the front panel. Now give the slits all around the neckline without crossing the thread line. Towards the hem of the lining, double fold for 2 inch towards the wrong side and give the straight stitch. It would be better if you press this and then sew it. Now turn inside out and press it gently so that the underneath seam elements will be settled properly. This is how it looks towards the lining. Now it's turn for the back panel. This is the pretty part of the A-line dress, and this is the lining. I haven't given the slit towards the lining, and also for an eye strap I'll be joining. Fold it into two. This is of nearly 13 inches as I took the slit of 12 inches. This strip I'll place towards the left side of the back panel. Conceal the raw edges of the strip, double folding a little and start sewing. Now place right on right, the right side of the A-line dress and the right side of the lining. Start sewing towards the wrong side. Join the neckline of the right side. When it reaches to the slit point, turn towards another side and join the slit with the lining till it reaches to the slit end. Make the sharp V turnings. Ensure to match with the slit and the center fold of the lining. Now turn to another side, inserting the needle in. Move towards the left side. Now insert the eye strap. You have to make the sandwich of this eye strap between the lining and the pretty part of the A-line dress. Ensure that all the raw edges should meet each other. Place the strip in a way that on the top of the neckline joining, you have to leave 1 cm for the seaming allowance. That means this eye strap will not be joined with the neckline. So be careful, ensure that the underneath fabric is well settled when you are sewing. Sew it till it reaches the neckline. You can see here the strip is below the neckline marking. Now start joining the neckline of the lining and the pretty part of the fabric. Insert the needle and turn to another side, sew it. Now you can see here, see the slit is perfectly joined. Now join the armholes. And now hem the waistline of the lining. Keep away the pretty part when you are sewing this lining. Now give the slit on this lining. Now slowly turn the lining towards the wrong side. Now you can see this eye strap. See? And the hooks will be joined to the right side. Give the gentle press on this seaming so that the underneath fabric is well settled. See, it will be overlapped on this eye strap like this. I'm done with these pressings of the front and back panels. See, this is towards the lining and this is towards the petty side. I've double folded half an inch towards the wrong side to hem the bottom line. Now you can see the back panel. This is towards the wrong side of the back panel, and if you turn towards the pretty side, it would look like this. This side will join the hooks. It will be overlaid like this. Now it's time to join the shoulder lines. Align both the shoulders of front and back. From the back side, inside the shoulder line into the back shoulder line without any wrinkles or any folds. Turn towards the back panel wrong side and sew it, leaving 1/4 inch for the seaming allowance, joining the shoulder lines of front and back. This way we'll conceal the raw edges of the shoulder lines. Trim the extras towards the corners and now turn inside out. See the pretty way of concealing the shoulders, both front and back side. Follow the same instructions for the another side. Concealing shoulder line, inserting front shoulder line into the back shoulder line. Turn towards the wrong side, holding both together and sew it. Now I'll hem the bottom lines of both front and back panels, double folding half an inch towards the wrong side. Now it's time to join the sides. Hold the front and back panels of the sides together like this. Ensure that the joinings should meet and also the linings should meet, placing right on right. Start sewing towards the wrong side, leaving 1 inch seaming allowance. Some of them got confused of joining the sides in the lining. It is so simple. Hold the petty sides of both front and back panels. Start sewing till it reaches to the armhole. There you should see the joinings of the petty part of the dress and the lining. Now you can see here the joinings of the dress and the lining. This should be overlaid. And the left seaming should be turned towards the lining side. Hold it like this. Start sewing, joining the linings also. The same way I'll follow for the another side joining, holding pretty sides of both front and back. Double stitch for the long run. Now give the notch near these joinings for the flexible turnings. See, you have to give the notch like this near the joinings of the lining and the pretty part of the dress under the armpit. Now turn to another side. You can see the concealing of an armhole and also concealing of the sides. See how pretty that dress has turned out. Trim off all the extras and give the gentle press. Now it's time to do the top stitch. Overlap the slit on the strip like this and sew it. The final finishings is very important for the finishing of any garment, which will give the professional and the neat look. So concentrate on the neatness and give the gentle press on this seam. Now it's turn for the preparing of the jacket. As I'm done the cutting part with the lining and the pretty part of the jackets. Now lay right on right. Start sewing towards the wrong side, turning the neckline and the armholes of the back panel of the jacket. I've sewn, joining the lining with the pretty part of the jacket. Now give the slits near the neckline. Ensure not to cross the thread lines, and also give the slits near the armholes. Do the same for the back panel. Give the slits towards the neckline and the armholes. Now turn inside out and give the gentle press on the seaming. Now I'm done with the pressing, and also towards the waistline I folded the raw edges, opposite ends facing each other towards the wrong side. Do the same thing for the front panels also. Now it's time to join the shoulders. Align both front and back shoulder line together. Insert the front shoulder line into the back shoulder line, turning towards the wrong side, holding both together. Ensure that the side joining should meet and start sewing, leaving 1/4 inch for the seaming allowance. Give the double stitch for the long run. Trim the corners. Turn towards the pretty side. You can see how pretty the shoulder line has been concealed. Now it's time to join the sides. Hold the right sides of the lining together. Ensure that the joinings should meet under the armpit. Hold the pressed rod just towards the wrong side and start sewing, leaving 1 inch seaming allowance. Lock it and start sewing. You have to hold it in opposite directions of the bottom hemline near the waist. I think you can clearly see here. See, I'm turning towards the right side. It would look like this, the concealing of the sides. Now follow the same instructions and align the shoulder line. Join the shoulders and then join the sides. See, I'm done with concealing of the bodies. Now we'll conceal the waistline. As I folded the raw edges of the opposite ends towards the wrong side, now I'll give the stitch starting from the center front. Lock it and start sewing. Ensure that both the joinings of the sides should meet like this. Hold it firmly and sew it. Now you can see I've concealed the waistline, raw edges. Trim off all the extras and give the gentle press on the seaming and stitch the button on the center front, and also give the top stitch all around this seaming like how I have shown for the dress. Please do concentrate on the finishings and the neatness, for which we are spending our hardcore money. Following the simple tips and the instructions, you can give the professional look to your garment. See, I'm done with this pressing. How beautifully the dress has been turned out. Pairing with this beautiful jacket, looking superb. How the simple fabrics has turned out with the pretty, beautiful dress and the jacket. See the finishings and the pattern with the neat work, which will please you a lot. suitable to all ages. Just mark your measurements and follow the pattern. You can create your own A-line dress with the jacket. And friends, try this for your loved ones. They'd love to wear it. The simple things creates wonders. See how beautiful the dress has turned out pairing with this beautiful jacket. It's simply superb. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Having any doubts relating to this pattern, please leave your query in the comment section just below the description box. Please like and share in your community or circles, may be useful to them. For more videos, do subscribe to my channel and you can enjoy watching the latest fashions. Thanks for watching. Bye.